Hi, I hope you're well. Let's go through the paper, just in case some of you missed out on the working that I've gone through with you all. Okay, let's take a look at the instructions first. We have uh, some instructions here. If you've forgotten what I told you, remember when the answer is not exact, give your answer to three significant figures. For all angles, remember that it should be one decimal place. And for pi, remember to use either your calculator value or 3.142. I hope that clarifies a lot of things. Remember for this year's mid-year paper, we will be doing at 40 marks. Okay, this is the formula page. Some of the formulas we will be using it this year, so take note. Like for example, this one will be used. This one temporary will not be in use. Then if we look below, some of the formulas here, you may be using it. So take note. So let's take a look at all the questions. If some of the questions I go through too fast, you can always rewind them and have a look at them. Some questions I'll be skipping them because I think you'll be able to do them on your own. Okay, so first questions I think is very clear. Number one, you should know how to enter in your calculator. And for the second questions, take note that you have to convert all the numbers here so that they can be compared. Like for example, square root of 1/3. Definitely you can't just compare because it's still in square root form. So please use your calculator and convert it to the normal number form. And let's look at question 3 now. Okay, this one is quite direct. We have a question telling you that the distance traveled 88, the speed 66. Okay, so the lorry left at 13:54. So what time will it arrive at factory B? So the first thing is to calculate the time that was used to travel this distance. So we all know that S equals to distance over time. So to find time, we cross multiply, right? And will be equals to D over S. So it will be 88 kilometers over the speed. That will give you 88 over 6, which is close to this 1 1/3 of an hour. Remember, because the speed is in hour. So to convert this hour into minutes an hour, you just multiply it by 60, yeah? Then you get it in the total time. Then you use your time, add it to the time here, you'll be able to find your answer over here. Very straightforward. Okay, so on to the next page. Okay, so this is to calculate monthly salary of Johnson. So it already stated here that he spent 20% of his salary for his installment of his car, and the installment of the car is $1,000 per month. Okay, so what we're going to do right now is to calculate monthly salary. So we have a comparison of 20% of his salary is for the installment, which is $1,000. So if I look at 1%, it will be divided by 20, and this divided by 20, you have $500. Should I say $50? I'm doing this right now over mental calculation. Okay, so it should be $50, huh? Yeah. So what next? So we take 50. So for 100%, which is full salary, you multiply it by 100. So you have 5,000. So that is his salary, 5,000. Remember to write your answer on the space provided. Now that the monthly installment is increased by 10%, so it means that his $1,000 of 10% is actually $100. So what is the new monthly installment? So it will be $1,000 plus, so it's total 110. 110. Very straightforward. Then we see these lines of symmetry. So this is a regular star. So we have one line of symmetry through this point, right? One line of symmetry to this point. 2, 3, 4, and 5. So altogether there's 5 lines of symmetry. Now we know that for rotational symmetry, if this point is rotated down, down here, this point goes up, it goes back to the same original picture. So if I keep on rotating, I can do this for 5 times. So the 5 order of rotational symmetry. Yep. This one, as I explained before, it can be quite challenging, but just take time to hear me out. So for this one, the height here, you're supposed to find. Just recall that the area for trapezium is half times the short side plus the long side multiplied by h, and that is the area of the trapezium. So if we look further, we are given that the area is 14. So 14 is equals to the okay, so we have 14h, so we simplify it. It's half times 7 times h. So if you recall, to make h as a subject, we have to multiply by 2, and multiply by 2 and divide by 7 to make h the subject. So h is equals to 14 times 2 divided by 7. Okay, so after cancellation, you have height equals to 4. Okay. So if the length of the prism is 6 cm times 1, what is the volume of the prism? So as I said, the volume of any prism is equals to cross-section area multiplied by the length. So in this case, the length is 6 cm, so it's equals to 14, which is already given to you. 14 is the area of the trapezium multiplied by 6. That will give you 84. Very direct. Alright, so for this one, the formula for circumference of circle and area of circle will not be provided. So you are required to memorize it. So I'll just offhand write it down for you. Area of circle, okay, is equals to pi r square, and the circumference, okay, is pi d or 2 pi r. Okay, so just use it on this question. It should be very straightforward. So this one, pi times d. Now d is given to you, 3 cm. Pi, I'm going to use 3.142. So I will have this answer for 6, yeah, very good. Okay, area of circle, I'll just apply the pi r square. pi being the radius, so I have to take 3. I have to take 3 divided by 2, right? 3 divided by 2. So it will be 3.142 square. That will give me my answer here. Very straightforward. And then for the question for the mark and the to find the volume, okay, so we are required to take same thing, cross-sectional area, okay, the cross-sectional area, okay, multiply by the height. So I don't need to explain this, huh? So moving on. Okay, to find A, since this is a alternate angle, as you can see, okay, an alternate angle. So if this is 55, then this would also be 55, right? Then to find B, for angle on the straight line, it will be 180 minus 55. That will give me 125. Okay, then to find the angle for C is definitely the opposite of 55, so that's the opposite angle, so you get another 55. Okay, on to the next question. Right, so to find the volume of this solid, we'll have to divide it into two solids. So two solids right down here. Okay, so right now I have volume 1 and volume 2. So we all know that the volume of a cuboid is actually length times height times breadth. So you find the volume of V1 plus the volume of V2, you will get your answer right down. So I don't need to calculate this for you. Total surface area, it may be quite painstaking, so you just take all the surface area. Alright, add up all the surface area and you will get the answer. Now because this is a solid, it's stated here, solid, so it's not hollow, so we have to also add the bottom area, the backside area. Okay, so just simply add them up. Okay, this one is a question on similar shapes. So state the angle that equals to ACB. So angle ACB is right down here. So this is the angle ACB. So which angle is that equals this? But from here we see that this the angle here is the same. So it's actually DEC. Angle DEC. Now given that both ABC, right, is similar to ADE, okay, calculate the length of BC. Okay, so BC is here, all the way here. So which is the corresponding length? Isn't it 12? Yeah. And for the triangle here, we have 5. So we take and the long side is 8. So to find the corresponding side, okay, so we'll take the small triangle compared with the big. Height over 8. Height yes. Height over the base, which is BC, and the height of the bigger triangle, which is over the base 12. Remember, you must take the full height and not just take the 3 cm. Okay, so you do your cross multiply, usual stuff. So you will get BC equals to 12 times 5 over 8. And you can get the answer. Okay. Then the next one, this one should be quite straightforward, so I will pass this. Okay, so for this one, I'll have to go through it without the instrument. Okay, so just take note that construction of the triangle, take note is PQ is 7, so Q is somewhere at the top area, down here, somewhere around here. Okay, so Q is somewhere around here, 7 cm away from P, but we just don't know when. So what you're going to do is you grab your compass, place the needle over here, the needle will be here, and stretch your compass, measure it 7 cm, and then you draw an arc down here using your compass. Okay, so you will go down here 7 cm. So this is an arc, okay, for your PQ. Somewhere it will land somewhere around here. Remember, this is a construction line. Then you use your protractor. You will place it over here and measure the angle from here to here, 100 degrees. Okay, then you mark out the 100 degrees, use your ruler, draw, and you go up. So this point will be the point for the Q. Then you just join it to R, and that you have completed your triangle. Sorry about the wavy lines. Okay, so to draw the angle bisector of PRQ, okay, you will need to do this again by placing your needle here, your compass, stretch out more than half the length of PR and draw the arc. Okay, then you lift up your compass, place it over here, and here. Okay, so place it over here, you draw an arc. Okay, you draw an arc, and you place it over here, the top, and draw another arc. Then with this cross over here, you draw a line down, and this line is your angle bisector. Okay. Then for your perpendicular bisector of PR, okay, you already have one arc here. So now you place your needle over a P and you draw the other arc here. So here. So with these two lines, you draw up join, you have a perpendicular bisector. Like I said, I apologize for the drawing. Okay, so last one, let's take a look at this one where we have solving of simultaneous equation, but using the elimination method. So by saying elimination method, you cannot use the substitution method. So let's see how it's done. So if this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. So equation 1, I intend to eliminate x. So since both are different coefficient, different. This one is a 2, this one no 2. I have to eliminate them by multiplying 1 by 2. Okay, so it's 2x plus 4y equals to 6. So equation 3. Then I write equation 2 below. Excuse me. Plus 3y equals to 5. Okay, so since I am eliminating the x, I just box it up. I just copy down 4y and 3y, 6 and 5 as so. Just copy down first. Put the equal sign in the middle. Then on the right hand side, 6 and 5. Then I check that the sign for 2x and 2x are the same, so it should be a minus. It's a minus, so minus minus. Okay, so you have y equals to 1. 4 minus 3y is y. 6 minus 5 is 1. So the answer for y is 1. So this elimination method. So how to find x? Well, I substitute into equation 1. It looks easier. So let me substitute into equation 1. Since y is 1, so I replace the y here with 1. Don't get this mixed up. This is still not substitution method because I limited x first. So this is still in essence elimination method. Wow. But at this stage I'm substituting it. Plus 2 times 1. Remember the 1 comes from here because y is equals to 1. Okay, so it's x plus 2 equals to 3. How do you get rid of the plus 2 minus 2? You get 1, so both are 1. Okay. Okay, so for this one, okay, so remember that 2 you can cross multiply up. So you have x equals to 2 times x plus 1. Okay, then you open up the bracket. Then you cross the bridge, go over. You have x minus 2, x equals to 1. Negative x equals to 1. X equals to 1. Then to simplify this one, I think I'll leave it to you all to simplify. Should be quite an easy one. Okay, to factorize this one, you use the frame method. Or some of you have learned the cross method, which can be used. I'll just show you the frame method. We know firstly the x square, and then we write the 2 below. So we know that for x square is x times x. Then we have to find out what the combination that might multiply gives you 2. So we have 1 times 2 gives you 2. Or 2 times 1 gives me 2. Then which of these combination will give you, when added together, will give you 3? 1 plus 2, this actually give me 3. So I can write plus 1 here, plus 2. So it's 2x and 1x. 1 times x is x. 2 times x is 2x. So we see that, yep, 2x plus 1x is 3x. So the answer will be actually bracket x plus 1 and bracket x plus 2. So x plus 1 and x plus 2. Okay, so same thing for this one, the frame method applies. X squared and negative 12. Be careful, it's negative 12 xx. So what a combination that gives me negative 1. Negative 1, huh? So again, all the combination, we have 1 times 12, 12 times 1, we have 2 times 6, 6 times 2. Remember all the minus, because they give you minus, they give you negative 12. We have also the negative 3 times 4 and negative 4 times 3. Now which of these when added together will give me a negative 1? I don't see this one here, I see it here, because negative 4 plus 3 plus 3, negative 4 plus 3 will give me negative 1. So that will be the combination, negative 4 plus 3. Okay, you can also put 3 on the top and put negative 4 below, it's the same. So I know that negative 4 plus 3 will give me negative 1. So again, answer is negative 4 and x plus 3. Okay, we're down to this question. That's the last one. The map scale, we have this actual distance in kilometer represented by 2 cm on the map. So map and actual. So one is to, remember, it can be any unit. So since we're talking about cm, we'll put about cm here. So write cm on both sides. Then we need to do some conversion. Change this to meters. So it's 2,000 meters. 1 cm is 2 kilometers. So for 2 cm, 1 cm is 2 kilometers, so 2 cm will be 4 kilometers. Then if a lake has 2.8 kilometers square, what is the area of the lake in cm square? So since 1 cm is 2 kilometer, okay, because we have already determined the fact already, so we're going to pass out the information to here. Then we square both sides, square, and 4 km square. Okay, square both sides. 1 times 1 is 1, cm square, km square, 2 times 2 is 4. So therefore 1 quarter is 1 km square. So 2.8 will be 1 quarter times 2.8 cm square, and that answer will come here. Okay, that's all for paper 1.